what determines my relationship with you. This is how it is going to go. If it is not through the eyes of Jesus, forget it. If it is not through the eyes of the master, forget it. And then you come to the introduction of Peter. Simon. Second Peter chapter 1 verse 1. It says,
Simon Peter, a servant, and an apostle of
Jesus Christ.
To them that have obtained, like precious faith, with us, through the righteousness of God.
They do introduction, first of all. Have you introduced yourself in the village? Have you introduced yourself in your school? Members of your hostel, do they know you? Your friends in the class, do they know you as Okorie, fire that burns? A child of God? You want to be diplomatic about it. I'm a Christian, I'm a Christian. No compromise. Joshua before the entire Israel. Every one of them in Israel. Joshua chapter 24 verse 14. Joshua. Oh Joshua.
Now therefore, fear the Lord.
Now therefore fear the Lord.
And serve him in sincerity.
And
in truth.
By how?
And put away the gods.
By declaring your stand. And put away the gods.
Which your fathers served.
On
the other side of the flood.
And in Egypt.
And serve ye the Lord.
And
if it seem evil. Unto you. To serve the Lord. Choose you this day. Whom you will serve. Whether the gods which your fathers served, that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land you dwell, but as for me, and my house,
as long as I'm concerned, others may,
for me I cannot.
But me I cannot. You cannot follow a multitude to follow their evil standard. In the Living Word Ministries, I am doing whatever I'm doing because other pastors do it. I'm not the only one. Shame on you. Choose you this day whom you will serve. Choose you whom you will serve. Life is on declaration. Personal holiness. Personal righteousness. Personal integrity. Choose you. Make a choice. But as for me
and my house,
household,
we will serve the Lord. And the people answered.
And said,
God forbid that we should forsake the Lord.
To
serve other gods.
When you declare your stand, you can count many people under your sheepfold that will declare their stand like you. But since you have not declared your stand on various issues, the number of people in your sheepfold can never declare their stand. For this cause, I sanctify myself. Jesus said that others may be sanctified. What is killing many of us, even those who handle Bible, is lack of knowledge of Christ and doctrine. And we begin to pursue things that are not true. Exodus chapter 32 verse 26.
Then Moses stood in the gate of the camp.
Now Moses stood in the gate of the camp
and said,
Who is on the Lord's
side?
Who is on the Lord's side?
Let him come unto me.
Declare among you guys, who is on the Lord's side?
Let him come unto me.
And
all the sons of Levi
gathered
themselves together unto him.
Gathered themselves together around him. Who is on the Lord's side? Who is on the side of the truth? Who is on the side of righteousness? Who is on the side of holiness? Who is on the Lord's side? It's a personal declaration. A personal declaration. You cannot hide your stand for the sake of persecution. When the Bible talks about Christians suffering, here is the cross of the matter. Our suffering righteously borders on the declaration of our faith. Our righteous suffering. Matthew chapter 5 verse 10 says,
Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness'
Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake.
For theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
For theirs is the kingdom of heaven. You are doing right thing. People are talking. Even in this fellowship. People are talking.